All right, guys, we're doing a video today on the Kizer Mini Roach. You saw my video earlier, if you didn't see it, where I showed you how you can remove the flipper tab. So decided to do a full review of the knife because I really dig it, especially for the money. Just an overall good design, and comes in black and this green color. You can get them on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description where you can buy it through my Amazon store, which helps my channel, so I appreciate that. They're about 75 bucks. It comes in, like I said, black with like a, oh, you know what, that would look really good. I might buy the black one and swap the blade over and have the green and black. Ooh, I might do that. I just saw that and I was like, might be worth it for 75 bucks because I really like the knife that much. You know me, guys, I'm not much of a budget knife guy these days, you know, I haven't for a while, but I do like to review them time to time just because I know a lot of people out there don't want to spend, you know, 200 bucks on a knife or 400 bucks or, you know, $600. I mean, whatever range we're in. They don't want to spend that kind of money on a knife. They want something under 100 bucks that's a good knife. So this is definitely up there in that realm. So your overall length on this guy is 7.13 inches with a 3-inch blade. Again, you can remove that flipper tab, which I have done. You can see there where it was. So if you don't like flippers, don't fret. You can remove it, and it makes the knife a lot better because this choil is much more usable now. So if you have big hands, you can choke up. But it just, overall aesthetics of the knife looks better to me as well. And I'm not a huge flipper guy. So for me, it was like, I wish every company would do this on their knives. Make it either have a flipper if you want or not. Because there's gonna be a lot of people that don't want a flipper. There's gonna be people that do want a flipper. So you got choices and options. The best part about this knife is not that you can remove the flipper tab. It's not the looks, it looks cool. The ergonomics are good. It's the blade. It's the slicey blade. I measured it at around 12 thousandths behind the edge, which is insane for a factory knife. Like, what? I have regrinds that are about that much. So very, very thin behind the edge, very slicey. I'll roll some footage in here in a minute of me just breaking down a ton of really thick cardboard with this guy. I think that it's still pretty sharp. I used the heck out of it. Yeah, it's still cutting paper just fine. I did strop it, so haven't sharpened it, but did really good work. I found under use, the ergonomics were super good. This knife fits my hand really well though. It might not, well, it should if you got that choil, right? If you need to choke up with big hands, you're gonna have to choke up. But if you wanna come back here, you got this part of the handle here that really hooks into your forefinger. And then this is so well thought out. Like your pinky just rests there and it just locks your hand in. It's so well designed. The only, let's just go ahead and roll the footage in of me cutting and then we'll wrap up the video. All right, we're gonna test out, well, have been testing the Mini Roach without the flipper tab because it's a slicey little guy, so I had a lot of cardboard process. Tell you what, guys, this thing just glides. This is the factory edge. This is decently thick stuff. Not overly thick, but decently thick. And this goes right through it. Like butter. Trying to avoid these staples. But I've got this big old huge box here that I need to break down, so we're going to do that with this guy. Good, not trying to damage the edge these staples, so we're going to try to avoid those. Not doing any edge stability testing on 154 cm. Just easy. as I was saying, guys, super great cutter, just super nice to use, great budget, you know, knife. I would carry this thing every day without any problems. I have other knives I like to carry, but this is definitely one I would carry just because it works great. You have a deep carry pocket clip with the black hardware, black liners, all that. I think this would actually look better with a black blade. I do like the stonewash on this, but they do have a black blade version, but it's got a black handle also. So you could technically you could actually, if you bought both of these, you could block them out. Kind of cool, or you could swap the black blade over. Either way, for 75 bucks, why not, right? You can see the action's superb. It has a perfect detent. I mean, literal perfect detent. They nailed this. This is Kizer's best. I've said this before, I'll say it again. This is not their best, well, it could be their best knife actually, but it's more, what I was trying to say more is, let me take this out so you can see the contrast of the color a little better. This is their wheelhouse. This is where they need to stay. Their higher end stuff is okay. The budget stuff though is so good, like so good. So this is where they should stay. My only complaint on the knife is lack of jimping right here. When I was using it a lot, I could feel my hand, my finger. It rests here nicely, but it would be nice to have a little functional jimping there, kind of something like the Asher Spiro did. You know, where it works, it's not too aggressive, but it locks your thumb in a little better. I would like to see that. That's the only critique I have, honestly. Other than that, it's fantastic. Excuse me. Wow, what was that all about? It's fantastic. Size comparisons, pair of 3. The Asher Spiro, so it's a little smaller than both these guys. Like I said, about a 4-inch handle, 3-inch blade. Slightly more than a 4-inch handle, but barely, just barely over 4 inches. So yeah, fantastic little knife, guys. And we know what knife reminds me of? It's like a baby Strider. It looks kind of like, doesn't that kind of have a Strider-esque look to it, like an S&G, but a little bit smaller? Obviously, blade shapes is different. Opening hole, you know, just like the aesthetics of it. The handle design is going to be obviously different as well. Kind of looks like a PT or the Jibble. There's a few other Strider models on it. It has that kind of look to me, and I like that. So that's, I think, one thing that appealed to me, especially once you took that flipper tab off. So, all right, guys, that's gonna wrap up my video or my review of the Kizer Mini Roach. Highly recommend you grabbing one. Link will be in the description if you want to grab it. Help support the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.